So in the midst of everything going on, the new timeline, the new March 1st, 2025 timeline snuck up on me. And very exciting. We are on yet another new timeline. And like I had predicted with my pendulum and talked about in my last timeline sketch, what's this new timeline about, where we were talking about the historic January timeline jump, I was also able to figure out that, hey, we've got a few of these happening in 2025, and I was able to land that this next timeline was March 1st, and sure enough, everything that we did this week coming into March 1st totally landed us on the new timeline. And I'd say we landed on that new timeline from like February 27th. We really solidly, today's the 28th, we're landing into it. So we're like officially in new timeline, by this March 1st mark. That said, I am here because I am just about ready to head in and record this whole next wave of timeline information, because you guys watch how I track the timelines weekly. Well, every week that I do that, I'm learning new things, I'm seeing new things, and I'm beginning to build a landscape where I'm like, oh my God, I have a whole other pictures and wealth of information that I have that I want to share to you. So right now, this is right before I'm going to head in and record that. And what I'm going to be recording is I'm going to go back over that floor plan again. So it's like, architects, architecture, building a home, you have like the floor plan bird's eye view. I'm going to look at that again, go out over that briefly. Then I'm going to look at the side view, because what I'm learning is timelines stack up. We think about them like in a linear perspective, and yes, they are kind of linear, but they're multidimensional. And if you go back to my first video, the concept of timelines is actually like pods, like orbs of vibration and energy and information coming in. Well, those stack up and create more. And so what I'm learning is we're not just living through linear time, we're living through multidimensional time. And in that multidimensional time, timelines stack up and affect one another. So I'm going to be talking about that in this video. The other thing that occurred to me is like, oh my God, each timeline segment is going to have its own character, its own information, its own channels. And so I've already channeled out this next timeline gap that runs from about March 1st into about August. It's probably the longest timeline that we're going to have for a little while, simply because we have so much to digest right now. And Spirit World, Spirit Team, they channeled information to me just about this timeline. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. And for fun, for kicks and grins, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a speeded up time lapse of paging through all of my graphs so you can see the weekly timeline, the timeline jumps from last July 24th, all the way up to current. And I'm going to stitch them together and run it fast forward so that you can just see it visually and get an idea of what we just did since last July all the way up to now. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to come back and report to you, and I will have the program, the video ready for you to purchase and download and take a look at it, and I can't wait for you to see it. Okay, I will be back soon. Oh my God, you caught me eating some chocolate. I'm just trying to catch up my serotonin after, man, that was a really intense video to do for you guys. So I have just finished doing all that I said I would do with the timeline jumping energy gateway information for you guys in the new video. Even as I was doing it, I was learning new stuff for me. Like, it was crazy amazing. So I can only hope. I hope that as you go through it, you have your own consciousness expansion and heart expansion and just a much deeper understanding and appreciation and respect for yourself, for everything that you are going through right now to be on this planet at this time of great consciousness change and shift. And my hope is that as you go through this information, that you have your own learning and awakening and aha moments. Like, you may see things that I don't see. And that's the joy of doing this together, is like, I'm putting this all out here as a sketch, as a, hey, between my pendulum and my psychic stuff and talking with spirit team, these are the things that I can grit out and put down. They're not a be-all, end-all. To me, I consider it like this is a sketch to offer this up to you guys so you can take a look at it. And I thoroughly encourage you to take it, play with it, run your dowsing mechanisms, your channeling mechanisms, talk with your spirit teams about it. And, I would love to hear from you as far as what your experience is with this information. So like I've had through the whole thing, I've got the banner up. Go to my link tree or to my website. If you go to my link tree, it's in my bio. If you go to my website, it would be www.somaticmoney.com. Go to the basics tab. This is going to be housed with the timeline information in the basics tab. I hope you go check this work out, go take a look at it. Even me doing it as I was walking through this with you guys, it blew my mind all over again about how amazing this whole thing is with consciousness and timeline jumps and energy gateways and what we're actually physically manifesting on the planet right now. It is so exciting. Even in the middle of like the dark, shadowy bedlam that's going on right now, this is my joy moment to tell all of you, oh my God, we are so amazing. Look at what we are doing right now. So click on the link, go take a look. I can't wait till you watch it. And I would love to hear what all of you have to say because we're kind of all creating this together. So that's what I've got for you for now. Enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.